In Battlefield 5, you'll fight through the unexplored settings of World War II, with maps that will challenge your squad in epic multiplayer experiences. Armada is the largest of the Battlefield 5 maps available at launch. You'll engage in combat inspired by some of the biggest tank battles in human history, and seek to control the steep canyons and narrow bridges of this desert map. Aerodrome is set in a ruined Axis airfield in the aftermath of a recent Allied bombardment. Its central hangar is where both infantry and vehicles will come together, and is a key strategic point that can be heavily fortified and defended. A flooded marshland dominated by a monumental, partly destroyed steel bridge. Twisted Steel features the biggest structure ever created for a Battlefield game, and poses always evolving challenges for squads trying to defend or attack. Away from the bridge, tanks cut across the marshlands, and planes pose constant danger from the sky. In Arras, tanks roam the fields, while infantry look for cover in the extended trench lines and stalk the enemy through scattered woods. The small town center will be the most contested area, with the church providing sightlines of the entire map. Full-scale urban combat awaits you among the streets and canals of Rotterdam. Pilot tanks on the main roads, hold the train tracks against incoming enemies, and watch the windows of the tall Witte House building for enemy snipers. In Devastation, you will need to adapt to a landscape of ruin in the aftermath of fighting in Rotterdam. On this tight, infantry-focused map, flush out enemies from the multi-story library and command the terrain around the destroyed medieval church. Inspired by the invasion of Narvik in 1940, on this map, you'll fight for control of the harbor town. There are close encounters around the ruined residential buildings, but space opens up for your squad in the industrial area. Battle above the Arctic Circle in Fjell 652. Infantry and planes clash against each other on the top of this rugged peak, creating a combat dynamic new to Battlefield. Seize key points like mountain cabins and AA guns in this majestic but hostile environment, complete with extreme dynamic weather. Coming post-launch in Tides of War Chapter 1, Panzerstorm is set in the Belgian countryside, inspired by the first major tank battle of the Second World War. A massive force of armor is creating a wave of destruction, and infantry will have to pick their moments to engage. These locations are just the beginning. After launch, we'll continue to evolve and expand the battlefield with new ways to play, taking all players on a journey across the immense scope of World War II. Battlefield will never be the same.